Hi, I'm Danny Karon, your Lovable Lawyer, here with your quick shot of legal wellness. By now, who hasn't heard about the whole mess that's involved Spirit Airlines? I mean, delayed and canceled flights, thousands of them, and tens of thousands of passengers stranded. And what's that resulted in? A lot of money spent on replacement airfare, on rental cars, on hotel rooms, missed work and wages, not to mention missed events, weddings, and whatever else. So I've been doing some reading and watching some videos, and I've heard a lot of excuses, and I've heard a lot of explanations, but I've not heard anything about what Spirit intends to and should do for its passengers who are completely screwed over. So I wanted to dig into that and try to figure out, what rights folks like you who may have taken Spirit have because of what happened, or perhaps other airlines. Well, the first place you go, if you want to understand your rights when you're flying an airline, is what's called the contract of carriage. And here's Spirit Airlines' contract of carriage. It's the contract that talks about the parties, meaning yours and the airlines, their duties and responsibilities to each other. And if you take a look at Spirit's contract of carriage, it says a few kind of jarring things. I'll take a look at a few of them for you. Under schedule changes, delayed flights, and canceled flights, it says, first, Spirit is not responsible or liable for making connections or for failing to operate any flight according to schedule or for changing the schedule of any flight. They're just not responsible or liable. Why? Apparently because they don't want to be. Simply saying so gets them off the hook. We'll talk about that. Here's something else their contract of carriage says. Under rebooking, Spirit may rebook the customer on Spirit's first available flight on which seats are available to the customer's original destination without additional charge. Well, I should hope not. I mean, they're doing you a favor by letting you wind up where you're going to without charging you more. Again, I should hope they wouldn't charge you more. Big deal. And then third, get this, under amenities/services for customers, Spirit will not assume expenses incurred as a result of a flight delay, cancellation, or schedule change. Again, they won't assume responsibility. Why? Because they don't want to. Again, in my book and under the law, that's not okay. Let me tell you what happens when the airlines screw me over. And it's happened several times, not with Spirit, but with plenty of other airlines, especially with COVID happening. I miss flights because we're not flying. The CDC says not to fly. I'm out airfare. I'm out credits. And I'm not getting them back because the airlines say, we're flying, so you're stuck. Well, again, here's what I do. I send a letter, not a text, not a live chat, not an email, but a good old-fashioned old-school letter that says a few things. Well, first of all, it goes to the customer service folks, general counsel's office, and the CEO. And what do I do? What do I say? I say, listen, there's a real problem here. My flight was canceled through no fault of my own. Here are my receipts. Here's my itinerary. Here's all the documentation you need to understand what I'm out of pocket. And I plan to file what I've enclosed with my letter, which is a draft nationwide federal class action complaint in federal court, where I'm going to seek damages on behalf of not only myself, but everybody in my same position. We can avoid that if that is you'd like to talk about resolution. Every single time I get a phone call, every single time I get a check. Now, I don't expect you to enclose a federal nationwide draft class action complaint, but you can certainly enclose a letter that says, I intend to go to small claims court in my town because I'm out $300, $500, $1,000 that's mine, it's not yours. You owe it to me, I deserve it back. And if you want to avoid, conceptually, here's how the thinking goes, hiring a lawyer, having him or her take a look at the file, at the letter, come to court, dismiss the case for thousands and thousands of dollars, more often than not, you too will get a check in the mail or at least a phone call to discuss resolution. Why? Because it's cheaper for them to do it and because you've stood up for your rights. It's all about self-advocating, standing up for your rights. I don't know how many of these folks here intend to do that because they don't have the legal wellness, legal aptitude to know. But having watched this video, now you do. So do what's right, protect yourself. Don't take this sort of garbage sitting down because it's not your fault and you should not be the ones out of pocket. And that's your tip of, your shot rather, of legal wellness for today, airport style. Hope you learned a lot from this and you'll do something proactive to protect yourself. If you want to learn more, go to my website, sign up for my e-newsletter, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll keep putting this content out to keep you safe and well out there and to raise your legal aptitude, your legal wellness, and do what's right by you so you can do what's right by yourselves. Be well, everybody out there.